He's about
that
to
gets
start.
kind of
Gentlemen,
yeah.
My man.
are we
Hey,
ready
there
for
he
the
is.
sexy time?
Oh, my man.
Oh, I'm always ready.
It's the last TWAB before Witch Queen. How excited are we?
Dude,
Very.
I'm like anxious. I'm not even excited. I'm like anxious at this point, dude.
DMG dropped a bomb on us about 5 hours ago, it looks like. It's a big TWAB. It's a
Right?
chunker, Steve? Chunker?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep. It is. I've been kind of reading through it.
I'll be
So
honest, I
before
haven't
we,
heard much of anything. I didn't read anything yet.
yeah. So before we get started though, I got some kind of good news. I don't know what it's gonna look like, but if I don't have to report for jury duty, I think all next week I'm gonna be doing third shift stuff. So I'll be able, if I don't have jury duty, I'll be able to play day one.
If you do have to go, just eager edge out that bitch. Shring!
Man.
I brought my sword.
Sworden every day. I'll be at work, slaving away.
We vote to remove juror number whatever from the jury.
Bomb stands up and rushes out. Fuck this place, man.
He swings on his way out. That would
I got
definitely get you
Destiny
out of
2 to
jury
play,
duty,
bitches.
in all fairness. Bring a sword.
So, we've got some big news coming up for Gambit, I hear.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to hit on that shortly. Steven, Mylan Games is quite the lore god, if I may say so myself.
I did watch his Aztecross one today.
It was nice,
on my
right?
way home. Yeah.
Yeah, Astacross had laid out some questions for him the day before. And, did you see that part, though, he had on there for potential raid bosses?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's going to be any of those, although we kind of already
Never know.
have fought a worm god. Eh?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't think they're going to do that again. But
Well, in all fairness, the first time we fought a worm god, it was the least powerful worm god, and it was a strike. So if we
Yes.
do end up fighting like a Yule, which is absolutely the most powerful worm god, then that could be a raid. I could see that.
Yep.
it's going to be tricky, though. I feel like this raid is going to have a lot of mechanics to it, like that require deep thought, like figuring shit out.
I'm excited, dude.
Yeah, what was that one activity? Like Nugget's emblem. He has one of the emblems that remember that? What was it? Niobe Labs, right?
Oh yeah.
That
we did
required a
Human
bit
duel.
of thought. Fucking the raid vault encounter, vault in Last Wish. That required a lot of mechanics too, like just figuring out. But I think like this entire raid's gonna be like that, not just like one or two encounters. Like I don't think we're gonna be breezing through it like some other
Yeah.
raids we've had.
Like Deepstone Day 1 didn't have like any puzzles. There was very little to figure out. Once you figured out the three main, mechanics, you're kind of done.
That was it, yeah.
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 Mhm.
And then obviously Vaulted Glass, people knew how to do Vaulted Glass already because it came out in D1.
Right.
Last Wish was definitely the most mechanic heavy of all the D2 raids so far, IMO.
Steve, you have the sexiest voice of all. Why don't you give us that big intro, and then we'll get right into the launch trailer.
Oh, you got it. This week at Bungie, we are but days away from the launch of the Witch Queen. We're finally here. The last TWAB before the Witch Queen. Over the last few weeks, we've been touching on new systems arriving on February 22nd, picking through some quality of life changes for the rituals you engage with, and even spending some time with the team in a full-length Vidoc to set the stage for what's coming. We have a few topics left to cover, but only a few days stand between you and the next chapter of Destiny 2.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Steve,
There's no-
Satanics Mechanics.
Tanix Mechanics. I
There
saw
you
you
go.
sleeping. Don't you worry. Season of the Lost is wrapping up this week. No better way than with a final mission to tee up our next expansion. Have you played through it yet? No? We'll get in there! We know the Witch Queen is coming, but this is a fun close to the season that you won't want to miss. As a note, the team has been investigating a few issues with the activity since it went live. You may need to play it a few times for the quest to complete, and we ask that if you're matchmaking in, please don't skip the cutscene. Outside of that, we also have an exotic ship to cap off the season that will be distributing at a later date to players who own Season of the Lost. Stay tuned for updates.
Oh, nice.
If you've completed the mission already and reading this TWAB, I'd assume you're gobbling up every bit of information you can before release. Have you seen the launch trailer yet? I hope so. If not, let's take a moment to roll the tape, listen to some slick music. If you'd like to still go in completely spoiler-free, this is your final warning.
All right, Steve. So
Yes.
we're gonna see if we can dissect this trailer together and bomb together. Do you guys have the trailer up?
I do.
I do.
Are you on the TWAB right now?
I am on the TWAB.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I will just say pause if there's like an area, and if you want to pause somewhere and hit on something, please do. And we're gonna break down the trailer a little bit, right? So let's fire it up, launch it up, maximize it, and let's dive right in.
Hello, old friend. I've chased you.
Boom. Pause right there. So she's talking to something or someone. She's saying hello, old friend.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Steve, we were actually talking about this earlier in Discord. What do you think is happening here? Who do you think, or what do you think she's talking to?
So I'll let Bomb answer. Actually, I have my own thoughts.
I think she's talking to us.
I'm going to disagree with you, Steve. You already know what I'm going to say and who I think she's talking to.
I want to hear your thoughts though, because I think I've formed a different opinion after seeing it.
So I'm gonna play it again and
Who
then
you
pause
talking
it.
to?
I'm gonna
D-Res or me?
D-Res.
I'm gonna play it again, like press play and then pause it after a second, so you guys can get an idea of what she looks like. Boom, right there. She looks like she's in a time in the past. She doesn't have the shit going on behind her, the wings, so she's not a witch queen yet. Okay, you know what I'm saying? She's not. We're not seeing her in the future. We're seeing her in some time in the past. I believe she is talking to the Traveler.
Okay.
I could
not
see that.
I'm not going to go further on that because I feel like I'm going to then reveal some deeper thought that might ruin it for some people.
So the reason I'm going to say not the Traveler is because I think that this is... I agree with you in the fact that it takes place in the past, but it depends on what morph we see her in here. Because you have to remember, she has ascended 3 times, with the Witch Queen being a 4th time. She's not currently the Witch Queen yet. She's not the Witch Queen until after she takes the light. So first she starts off as Sathona, right? Baby Krill. Then when she's given the worm, she becomes the Savathun. And then she becomes the Savathun as she'll take the Mother Morph, is what they call it. Now, I think those two are separate events. I could be wrong. But I think the fact that she's in, like a lake, she's in water, it could be running back to where, she maybe returned to Fundament or something. I
think she's on Fundament, and she's really emphasizing that it's been a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Who she's talking to or what she's talking to. Hello, old friend, it's been a long time. When someone emphasizes that,
she
it
could
goes
even
deep.
just be talking about the planet itself, in all fairness. She could be talking about the worm gods there, still on Fundament.
Okay. So I'm going to press play in a couple seconds. You guys ready? And go.
Savathun, the Witch Queen. She infiltrated...
Okay, so we'll stop right there. Obviously, we're seeing her 2 sisters. Or, it's Oryx and Xivu Arath right here.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think this is Fundament in the background? What do you think we're looking at?
I believe that. I believe so, yes.
As you can see, my mouse cursor is on the moons. They're lined up in the back. Do you see that, guys?
Mm-hmm.
Bomb, if you look in the very back, do you see those round objects in the dark, the very distant horizon? Yeah, there's like 5. There's 52 moons.
So it's 51 and the Traveler.
And the Traveler. Yeah.
Oh, so that's Traveler up there. Okay.
Yeah, we're seeing something in the past. I'm going to hit play. And 1, 2, 3.
Vanguard, weakening us from within.
Steve, press pause there.
Yep.
Can you comment on who you think this is?
So this is Sathona, I'm
Yes.
gonna guess.
Right as she gets the
holding
worm.
Her father's familiar. Yeah.
Yes. Do you remember?
Because
Do
it's
you remember
all
the name
white.
of the father? I think it starts with an A, right? Or is it a T? I don't know.
So Teox
Teox.
was the mother.
Oh, it was
She
the
wasn't
mother.
the father. The king. Oh, mother F. I don't remember the king's name.
What's up,
Also,
Frosty?
I can find out really quick though. I got the Ishtar Collective already.
Let me get rid of these more videos crap. There we go. Sorry about that. You guys have been restricted there. And again, this is now the worm that we possess.
Right.
This is not the worm that we.
Oh, it's
possess.
not.
No. If this is a picture of her as Sathona with her father's familiar was a dead worm that she got from her father. That was what originally led them to the Needle, their ship, down into the deep to commune with the worm gods.
I'm glad I asked that because I actually thought it was. Okay. Yeah, I'm just trying to digest everything because these 2 minute videos, there's a lot of stuff going on.
There was the Osmium Court was the name of where he was. Where's my book?
You want me to keep going from here?
Yeah, you can keep going. I'll keep
I'm gonna hit play in 3, 2, 1.
Stealing our most sacred resource.
There's the Traveler. 3 worm gods.
Yep.
Because remember, there's only 3 left. There were 5.
There's only 3 left.
Originally.
How do we?
Okay.
Yeah, we killed
So press play
one.
or pause there. I'm at, let me see, 34 seconds
The
ish.
light.
35. 35 going. Yeah.
Zavala.
So Zavala just slammed his desk. The worm is right there. And in the background, we can see Shax. We can see Enabray, Saint 14, presumably you, the Guardian,
Yeah.
and
That
Ikora.
warlock there, I'm guessing, is our guardian.
How
Okay.
do we stop this?
Pressing play. And we're back on Mars. That's old news. We know we're going there. There's Savathun's ship. Don't ask me the name of that ship. I do not know.
We don't know yet, I don't think.
This is Savathun's throne world.
Honored guest.
It is the mind that must bend to see the truths hidden here.
The game is yours to play now.
Okay, let's pause it right about here.
Where are you at?
I'm at 130.
130. Okay, I'm slightly behind you.
Steve, you with me?
Yep, we're good. I'm watching.
What we're probably witnessing right here is a scene in the raid. So let's just press play and then pause it after a few seconds. And you're seeing Scorn. So there's speculation that it's
Yep.
going to be a Scorn raid. You know, there's no confirmation of that yet. Pressing play. Alright, let's keep going.
Looks like they're gonna bring Blade Barrage kind of back.
All right, and the big finale there at 157. Pause it around 2 minutes. That I can tell you with 100% certainty is the raid. That is where we're going.
6-player match-made activity, bro. It's
No,
not
no, no,
raid.
no. That's gonna be the raid, dude. I'm telling you. That's gonna be the
I
raid.
agree with D-Rez on that.
We're looking at a pyramid ship.
Dude,
In-
Zombie said that's the Federation ship from the Phantom Menace, dude. What do you mean?
And as you look around, it's like a dark, dreary place. There are no birds chirping. There are no leaves. This is a dark, dreary place. There is no sun. It's just spooky. It's eerie. I don't know how else to describe it. The trees are all dead.
It's gonna be Destiny's going dark.
It's gonna be a pretty gnarly place to be, man.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
we're definitely.
I'm pressing play here to finish up.
I didn't warn you.
All right. You know, if I knew a little bit more lore, I could probably, you know, kind of digest that 2-minute video a little bit more. But there actually is a lot there to absorb.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm glad you're getting into lore, dude. This is exciting for
Well,
me.
I feel like,
Destiny lore is where it's at, 100%.
truth be told, dude, honestly, I feel like if you don't, you're gonna miss out because it's actually you might feel lost, and that's not a good feeling.
I mean, that's most of my YouTube videos are all, you know, lore, the Cactus and all those guys.
Sleeping believes it's the Packy. It's also possible it is indeed the Packy. Yes, sir.
The king, their father, was just referenced as the Osmium King. I don't think we get a name for him.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
Sathona Orash and Jiro's father is just referenced as the Osmium King.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't sound like he had a specific name because he wasn't around long enough. He dies by the 4th Book of Sorrow, so...
Okay.
I need to read those.
Should we get into this Glaive Developer Insights thing, or...?
It was a little bit more from what we saw in, like, the Vidoc. It goes over it just a little bit more.
Is it pretty extensive?
Nah. It's not too bad. I think it's like a 2-minute video. 3.5-minute video.
Truth be told, I've been replaying this trailer in my head for the last week or so. What does it all mean? Well, we'll all find out next week when the expansion goes live. If you're looking for just a little more video content to watch, we also released a fun mini Vidoc exploring the creation of glaives, the new weapon type coming to Destiny 2 with the Witch Queen. Let's see what this is all about here.
We did a bunch of work early on looking at various different types of weapons we could add to the sandbox. It's hard to find a new role that fits into that without breaking anything, but we throw stuff at the wall, see what sticks. And we found that the glaive was sticky.
Yes, it was. It is a projectile weapon, and it is a shield, and it's a melee weapon all at the same time.
You can just destroy stuff. That's really satisfying.
Yeah, it's a whole cocktail of absurdity. Adding anything new to a sandbox, it's never not going to be difficult.
It's kind of amazing to think how many development hours went into this. A designer dedicated just to the glaive for almost a year, like 6 months animator time, a ton of engineering support.
And it's so different than we thought it was going to be from the outset.
The amount of iteration that went into this resulted in something I think is really special.
When we first started running playtests with it, they were way too strong. And that's a good thing. That's a good problem to have.
You need to know how it's going to break things in addition to how it's working. And one of the best ways to do that is to send a whole bunch of people into a big map and go, hey, try and kill each other in the most ridiculous, absurd ways you possibly can.
Like, look at this.
You're not really playtesting if nobody is being an insufferable little trash goblin.
It's my kind of playstyle. I like getting into the face.
It's a thing that I feel like doesn't get talked about enough. The importance of breaking whatever it is you're working on in order to make sure that it's functional and that we can ship it in a healthy way.
It's very fun. I like meleeing.
Look at this testing.
We
October
had
of 21.
through using the glaive and
4 months
listening to them
ago.
come out of that playtest.
Oh, you're
and
right.
Be like, wow, I felt like a badass. We knew that we were going in the
Takes
right
that
direction.
long
at
to
that point.
prepare this shit.
Yeah.
Up to this point, our
I'm sure they're probably
melee
like
focused
6
weapon archetype has
to
been
8
swords.
months, I'd say,
We pull the
ahead.
camera out
Like,
like
they're
third
already
person because a lot of time, you know,
halfway
you're
through
taking these
developing,
really big
you know,
swings that are going to hit
Lightfall.
things that would be outside your
Right.
field of view if you were in first person.
I mean, you would have to be. I mean,
The
They probably
glaive is
got-
a much more
they probably
focused, much more
selected
directed thing. I mean,
teams,
it's
like,
a
you're gonna
polearm. You're holding it.
specifically
It is
focus
very
on
clearly
future
pointing in a
content.
direction. So we wanted to keep that experience in first person.
At least get the ground.
It has an
blade and then-
immediacy that I think would have been lost if we were exclusively in third person.
We had an idea of what we wanted it to be, and we
Yeah,
knew we
the
could
glaive's
get there.
definitely
And
gonna be cool.
after a year, seeing it, it's like, oh, of course we made that. That's what we're aiming at the whole time, right? But it's not. It's something completely new and completely unique.
One of the things that I think is so exciting about the
shit.
glaive is it's the kind of weapon you can only find in a Bungie game. It doesn't exist outside of the Destiny universe. It's this thing that someone said, okay, we love the high fantasy influences,
Zombie is
we
now
love
a glaive
sci-fi.
man. It's official.
Let's mold those two things together. And this
He's
thing
going
is
all
like
in with
part
stompies and
lance,
glaives. Let's go.
Part fusion rifle, part shield.
Nothing but glaive.
And it comes together to create this
Glaive with
experience that you
eager
can
edge
only
confirmed
find in Destiny.
What?
This thing is awesome. A sword, a gun, and a
Yikes.
shield all at once.
There you go, sleeping. There's your.
It's just something we're really excited for. I can't wait for players to get their hands on the glaive.
Instead of bring a sword, we bring a glaive.
Very nice. It's always a pleasure to get the team out to talk about their beautiful creations. I've said it before, but they really do make magic out of math. Multiple teams collaborating through conversation, code, and ridiculous amounts of talent to create the weapons and worlds that you enjoy in Destiny 2. For our final TWAB before launch, we have a few goodies in store. The team will be running us through upcoming changes and tuning to Gambit. We'll take a quick glance through patch notes for a final preview, an updated Twitch emblem coming next week, and a fun Steel Series partnership to talk through. Let's get to it! Steven? It's that time again. What's going on in Gambit, bro? What is this shit, man?
Drifter's hungry. No, not for Hive, but for the spotlight. Well, maybe some Hive too. But let's focus on gameplay. As we continue to improve and iterate on the rituals of Destiny 2, Gambit is taking center stage. This isn't a teardown and rebuilding of an existing mode, but a moment for our teams to realign on goals and how we're serving up the goods to our players. A few months back, the development team walked through our first ritual update, focusing on Trials of Osiris. When you look at it, they weren't numerous changes, but targeted pieces of tuning and adjustments to push out a healthier experience. Engram focusing and Trials ranks were introduced to help players earn that sweet piece of loot they've always wanted, even if they weren't winning many matches. Minor changes to passages and matchmaking were made to help get more players into Trials. Freelance and lab weekends continue as we gather valuable data to inform the future of the mode. At the end of the day, Trials is still elimination, and Saint is still a badass. With Gambit,
Yeah, he is.
or any mode we may update in the future, you can expect a similar approach. Today, principal designer Alan Blaine will be joining us to break down our goals for Gambit and what changes the team is making to get us to where we want to be. Alan, when we added Gambit back in Forsaken in the fall of 2018, was it really 3.5 years ago? Wow.
Yeah,
that is kind of
jeez.
insane, actually.
Sheesh.
We were closing a gap in Destiny Pursuits. We had lots of places in the game to shoot aliens in the face, or juice box, and we had places where you could face off against other Guardians, but we had no place for you to face off against Guardians by shooting aliens in the face. Fundamentally, Gambit is a PvE horde or firefight mode, culminating in a race to kill the boss first. Meanwhile, you can throw small and large roadblocks in front of the other team racing you, or be the roadblock by invading opponents, powered up and loaded for bear. Later that year, we added Gambit Prime, a souped up Gambit with armor-based player roles. And then it really didn't change much for a couple years.
Damn right.
With Beyond Light, we streamlined both versions into what Gambit is today, combining some of the best parts of the original Gambit and Gambit Prime without attempting to transform the mode or address much of the feedback Gambit had generated over the years. Over the last few months, we've taken a pass on Gambit to address said feedback and realign the mode with many of its original goals. Ultimately, we believe it's important that in Gambit, you showcase both your skill at fighting in Destiny and the variety and focus of your arsenal. It should be just as inherently fun and rewarding to shoot aliens in the face in Gambit as it is elsewhere. A good invader should be able to turn the tide of a match, but a good invader should be no more important than any other equally skilled team member. A good invader does not have to mean a PvP god loaded up with the best tracking one-hit kill weaponry.
Galahorn.
Looking at you eyes of tomorrow.
Wow.
Players defending against invaders should have ample tools to fight invaders without worrying about using up ammunition dealing with tougher enemies, and players should have methods for recovering from a devastating invade. It should be rare that a match is out of your hands as a player, or that an outcome is preordained early in the match. Working together with your team to overcome tough enemies, the primeval, a high-value target, or an invader should feel as gratifying as a hard nightfall. While we don't always hit those marks, Gambit has had a healthy and stable population. I don't know what data they're looking at.
Yeah, I tend to disagree.
Ultimately, we want to make Gambit more appealing to a wider audience by addressing points of player feedback and improving upon what exists without changing the core nature of the mode. Our hope is that this leads to more players engaging for longer.
So, we see here that there are 5 categories that we're going to get some changes in. I think it's pretty cool that they realize that, we're sick and tired of, seeing that a match can fall so quickly, that the tide of a match can be, won over rather quickly. An invader can run the whole ship, you know what I'm saying, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
So this whole section here is great. It's just surprising it took 3 years, but they really did hit down to the core of what's wrong. So can you lead us, sir, into these 5 categories that are changing?
I can and I will. All right. So, upcoming changes fall into 5 categories. The core activity, ammo economy, primeval tuning, invasions, and rewards. So first off, we got the core activity changes. These changes are all about enhancing teamwork or making the mode easier to play and understand. Freelance node added.
Nice.
We think it's important that players feel like they always have a chance at winning, and we see over and over again that full stacks of friends or clanmates have a significant advantage over groups of solo match-made opponents. Yeah, no duh. The modes we have added freelance nodes to Iron Banner, Glory, and Trials all feel like they end up with more balanced matches more often, even though they increase and split the number of match-made pools. We are investigating ways to remove the need for freelance nodes that split up the population and hope to have something for you later this year. In the meantime, the ability to queue for Gambit Freelance should be very useful.
Yes, it will. I agree.
Rotating seasonal... Oh, go. Sorry, what?
No, I was just agreeing. I think Freelance Gambit is a big step in the right direction.
Yeah. I like the freelance overall. Rotating seasonal selection of curated encounters starting in Season 16. In Classic Gambit / Prime, you got a randomly selected encounter from a list of 3 for each enemy race on each map. In Beyond Light, due to production issues, we were only able to bring one of the 3 variations forward into the new activity. Those issues have been fixed, and we are now bringing the missing variations forward. Nice. Okay, finally some spice. Playing with the single variation for race / map for a year led us to an interesting observation. It's fun to know that Hive on Pacific means, oh god, those shriekers, and to learn the spawns and master them over time. Maybe not interesting for an entire year, but we think it will be interesting to have a set rotation of spawns for a season, and over those 3 months, really master each encounter. So, no more shriekers on Pacifica for now, but they will be back later in the year. Whoopee! Respawn points added to all fronts, sections of the map where enemies could cycle in or out. It can be frustrating to always have to run all the way from the backfield after spawning before you were able to help teammates, fight the invader, collect drop modes, etc. Thank you, Bungie.
Yeah, dude. Like,
it
seriously.
read my mind.
Fucking
it can
hell.
also be very frustrating as an invader to always spawn at the same location on the same map multiple times in a row and have the invader camp the entrance to avoid confrontation.
Camping the entrance.
True.
He's at beach.
He's over here,
oh,
dead.
yeah, beach. Yeah. Oh, he's at beach
Yep.
again. Look,
Yep.
oh,
I
he's
just
on
got
beach.
sniped. More respawn points spread throughout the front should help you get back into the action faster and provide for less predictable spawn points during invasion. So basically, it's yeah, it's all it's eyes up Guardian. Make sure everyone's checking in.
Yeah, which is fun.
Players, yeah, it's gonna make it definitely a little more scary. Like everyone's gonna have to really pay attention.
You're gonna be sweating in Gambit.
Right, which I'm actually okay with that.
Yeah, me too.
Players always drop half the motes they were carrying when they are defeated. Oh,
That's new.
Yeah,
Nice.
I actually kind of like that. These can be picked up by anyone, including invaders. Invaders
Ooh.
can also drop more motes now. This makes your covering from a ruthless invader or bad luck fighting enemies a little easier. What?
Bad luck fighting enemies? No, just kidding.
Oh. Anyway, players can be revived by other players 2 seconds earlier, and auto respawn is delayed 2 seconds. Oh, okay. We want to emphasize and reward teamwork as much as possible. Bringing your teammate back and saving them a run now is even easier. This change could also reduce the frustrating moments of teammates being forced to respawn as you're halfway through the revive interact. When your teammate dies and you run to grab their drop motes, stop for a second and revive them, will ya? All shields have increasing resistance to non-matching damage types. While not as severe as match game, resistance and nightfalls, we wanted a way to promote build crafting and teamwork. Rules of Gambit node added to the launch screen, and numerous Gambit-specific hints have been added to the load screen. Gambit can be a bit opaque to newcomers. This should give them a leg up.
Yeah, we might have to really consider, describing our loadouts to each other before we head in.
Yeah, I mean, who's got Arc? Who's got Solar?
Sorry to interrupt. Was it picking up me talking? I tried to mute my mic, but it was bugging out.
No.
Well,
no, we didn't hear.
Okay, right now it's picking you up. It's talking.
Okay, good. No, so you didn't hear me talking to my coworker. Good.
No.
Nope. All right.
I do like these changes because I've always been a big I'll play Sentry or I'll play Invade
Right.
I like kind of serving those roles. So
Well, I
think,
feel like
that makes Gambit more fun, knowing that hey, we're gonna be doing this, and then knowing we're gonna get, during that loading screen where he's like, "Hi, bring a sword," right? Okay, well shit, we know Hive has, Arc and Void shields. We don't have to worry about Solar so much.
But yeah,
I want them to add in champs.
We already have powerful enemies in Gambit though.
Right. I don't think champs would be a popular thing, honestly.
What if you kill a champion and it gives you a set amount of buffs for a short period?
I don't know if you need the buffs, honestly. You know what I mean?
Here's the thing. I think it's forcing people to come out of their comfort zone a little bit. And they're definitely taking the Rambo thing away from people who, I'm just going to be a one-man army and I'm going to do my thing and, F everyone else.
The team game mode, so they're going to encourage team play.
Right, exactly. Yeah, but how many times do you launch in and you got the one guy who's doing whatever the heck he wants, and he's not helping anyone else? It gets annoying.
Wow.
But there are some changes coming that can up the ante here for difficulty. Let me get into that real quick. Blockers, draining, and the bank. While we didn't do any drastic adjustments here, we have a few tweaks we think will increase interesting decisions both when sending and battling blockers, and hopefully remove the feeling of helplessness as you pour ammo into 3 knights as all of your modes drain away.
Yep.
10 mode phalanx blockers have now had their health boosted a bit.
Nice.
While they are a good positional challenge with their shield and knockback, we felt like they weren't quite tough enough for their mote costs compared to the knight, so we increased their health. Okay, all right, Bungie. All right, I see you.
I mean, it's one shot of a Cartesian kills a phalanx.
Right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With particle deconstruction.
Yeah, but particle deconstruction doesn't trigger on the first shot. Triggers on the second shot.
Easy, Steve.
Oh, I did not know that.
Easy, fam. 50 mote night blockers have now gained a stasis attack. We originally planned to pull its health down some as we felt it was a little bit too beefy for 50 motes, but with the ammo changes below, we didn't find the current health onerous in playtesting. Onerous. Whatever, dude.
Onerous.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
Potato.
Tomato. We did think they could be more tactically interesting with a stasis attack without necessarily making them more deadly or harder to kill. Okay.
Okay.
Moat
So add a
drain
little wrinkle into it.
Yeah. Moat drain from multiple blockers continues even if the opposing team is in Primeval phase. This will help the team that is behind get to the Primeval a little quicker. It's never felt great to send over 4 blockers only to have the enemy team ignore them, all while still being severely behind. This also gives the team in the lead a bit more incentive to kill blockers during their Primeval phase. Well, wouldn't you know, they've thought outside the box.
I like it.
Moat drain is paused if a player is near the bank and engaging blockers. That's always been a thing, am I right?
Nice.
Hasn't that always happened?
No, it's always been as long as there are 2 or more blockers, it
Oh,
will drain regardless.
so if a player was on top of the bank, it didn't do that?
No.
Huh.
That's why it was so crucial to have someone make sure, like, hey, we got to get these
Gotta get 'em.
blockers out of here.
It never feels great to have your moats draining away while you pour primary ammo into 3 taken knights. All right, Steve, there's some changes coming to the ammo. What are they?
Our goal for these changes are to make more predictable and equal baseline of special and heavy ammo among all players. We'll be watching both feedback and analytics around ammo gain and usage rates, and we'll continue to make tweaks if there aren't enough to make fair matches. When completing a front, a chest containing a small amount of special and heavy ammo spawns in the middle of the front and can be looted once by each player. It times out 20 seconds after the initial interact.
So
you
basically,
can't dilly-dally.
yeah, think, everything from Season to Splicer and
Yeah. So it's going to be
Override.
clear up front, grab the ammo, go to the next front.
You think override, right? When you think of stuff like this?
Override,
Interesting.
Killing a high-value target spawns 1 normal heavy brick for each player.
Nice.
During the Primeval phase, ammo chests spawn in one of the 4 fronts every 60 seconds. One of the fronts every 60 seconds.
Okay.
This replaces the regular front ammo chests, but you still need to find the time and go grab it. Limited special and heavy ammo bricks to only spawn from enemies if you have finder mods equipped. Other ammo exotics and perks like Aeon Cult still work.
Nice.
Primeval
I
Fight.
like that. I like that because they're rewarding you. It's risk. It's risk and reward. Do I continue DPS in the boss and try to take him down, or do I go get my heavy but I risk missing that whatever amount of DPS you would be doing.
Do you guys think, though, with this kind of ammo economy, these matches are going to be hella fast? They sound like they can be.
If I'm getting special and heavy all the time and I'm running rockets, you better believe my Galahorn is killing a whole front.
Yep.
Fuck, dude. That's why I'm thinking these matches are not going to last very long. I mean, they're already pretty fast as they are.
Yeah, we'll see how... Because the Primeval Fight's going to change too, so...
Yep.
Okay.
They cover that.
All right.
Let's see how it says. The Primeval Fight is the ultimate challenge of Gambit. It should feel like an epic boss fight and be long enough for the opposing team to get off some invades to counter a strong DPS. It should have more to do than simply burning the boss as quickly as possible and turn in place to kill envoys every once in a while. And turn in place to kill envoys. Okay. Its mechanics shouldn't be complex, but should require just as much tactical play as high-end strike boss. Primeval health and Slayer stack bonus returned.
Retuned.
Retuned? Yeah, my eyes are broken, dude. Burning the boss after 3 rounds of envoys should be just as easy as it is now, but burning him after just 1 or 2 rounds should be significantly more work.
Okay.
Yes.
Envoys
Yeah,
now...
I don't like the fact that, the envoy, appears and then it's like, oh, they've already killed him. Like,
yeah.
Dude, envoys get fucking raped
right
in Gambit right now. I mean, they're destroyed in seconds.
Yep.
Yeah, let's see what they're going to do with that.
Envoys now spawn with friends out in the fronts, rather than in the bank area. They've reduced health and are no longer affected by Slayer stacks, and have varied elemental shields. Killing the envoys to get the Slayer stacks required will require movement, dealing with the envoys' protectors and dealing with their environmental shield. Envoys put an invulnerability shield on the Primeval. You must kill them both to be able to damage the Primeval, forcing your team to go out and invade.
Interesting.
Envoys respawn at 30% of the Primeval damage done. This increases by 10% every Envoy respawn, and Envoys stop spawning after the 5th spawn. So you'll get 5 sets of Envoys. You'll get 10 Envoys per Primeval, basically.
Right. Yep.
The Primeval Servitor boss has been removed.
Finally.
Since its custom shielding mechanics conflicted with the new mechanics. The Malfeasance quest starts on the first Primeval kill.
Okay.
With the tuning changes above, the Moats phase is significantly quicker, and the Primeval phase is longer. You should expect matches to be just as long as they are now, but we will definitely be watching to make sure they aren't too short or too long.
All right, well, there you go.
It was exactly what you said, D-Rez. The killing everything and making moats is going to be stupid fast.
Right.
But now that we're going to have to go specifically kill those envoys and the envoys are going to be predictable too, with every 30% and then every 10% after that.
So basically you tell your team, all right, we're getting the 30%, let's
you can
be on the
separate
lookout.
after boss phase.
Right.
All right, so we're going to see now what they're going to tell us about invasions. As we said above, a good invader should be able to turn the tide of a match, but a good invader should be no more important than any other equally skilled team member. We don't want a single good invader to completely dominate match outcome, and they certainly can right now. However, we still want a good invader to be able to delay a strong PvE team from finishing off the Primeval. Level advantage is now disabled for the invader PvP. Thank you, Jesus. It has actually been like this since the start of Beyond Light. Surprise! One of the moat phase invasions has been removed. Invasions can now trigger at 40 and 80 moat thresholds. Okay, so that's a bit of a bump up, right? Because it used to be 25, 50, 75. You with me?
Yep.
So now it's 40 and 80. All right. Primeval phase invasions are unchanged. Invasions can no longer be saved up. Well, thank you, Bungie.
Yeah, no, 3 times back-to-back invades,
As they say on the streets, use it or lose it, pal. Invaders no longer can see how many moats enemy players are carrying.
Aww.
And player nameplates fade out when the invader is aiming down their sights. You can still see players through walls, just not while you're engaging your rocket tracking or using your sniper zoom or doing the thing with Galahorn. We found a bug with how the Primeval heal effect was being applied, which, depending on the sequence and timing of kills, would heal the Primeval for somewhere between 5 and 35%. We fixed it. And now invader kills heal the Primeval for exactly 27% every time.
Oh, wow.
I think that's fair, yeah. I mean, yeah, because you're not getting that random,
There's less invades. That invader is now faced with the reality he can't see who's carrying what as far as how many moats. When he ADSs you, he pretty much is in Crucible, that he can't see anything.
Well, now, since it's 27% every single time regardless, that means if an invader comes in and kills the whole team, the Primeval's back at 100%.
Right.
Yep.
So that gives you incentive to either hide or
take his ass out.
Focus
on him.
Yep.
So, I'm going to run that back one more time. We fixed the healing from the Primeval. It used to be between 5 and 35%. It's now 27% every time. This sounds like a lot, but is actually less than the optimal amount prior. We will be watching feedback and analytics very closely on this one, and we will retune as necessary.
Okay.
There's some new rewards coming. Bomb, what do you think? What are they?
I'm always down for the loot. You know me. I'm like that guy in Grasp of Avarice,
Wilhelm,
yes. So I will eventually become like him. Anyway. Gambit is the second of the core rituals after Trials of Osiris to get comprehensive engram focusing options. Focusing. You can focus the Gambit engram into either Gambit armor or Gambit weapons for 10,000 glimmer and 50 legendary shards. Gambit weapons include Crowd Pleaser, Bottom Dollar, Trinary System, Borrowed Time, and Servant Leader. Brand new Gambit weapons are drop only for a single season and then available for focusing. We expect to expand Drifter's focusing options further during upcoming seasons. So yeah, I'm especially intrigued by the new. I want to see what new Gambit weapons are going to drop.
Wow. All right, so we're going to have Gambit focus engrams.
Yep.
Okay.
Which will be nice.
Yep. Looks like they're
So
going to
if
be...
you're really after, that, let's say you want to get that Crowd Pleaser with whatever role, yeah, now you don't have to hope and pray.
Crowd Pleaser is a heavy grenade launcher. We've got a 140 hand cannon in the bottom dollar. The Trinary System is a fusion rifle. I'm sorry, 120. Is that Ellie?
No, it's Fallout.
Oh, I thought that sounded like Ellie for a second. The Trinary System, that's a fusion, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Borrowed Time is a SMG. And the Servant Leader, of course, is a kinetic scout rifle.
Scout. Yep. Which is actually not bad. I like Servant Leader. Alright, so other Drifter changes. Bygones, Trust, and Bad Omens have been removed from the map.
No.
About time.
Bring me back my Bygones,
Dude,
damn it.
Bygones was the shit. It actually made me a good PvP player.
Yep. End match drops. There is a Gambit memento for weapon crafting that can drop after any match. Okay, nice.
Okay.
Older Gambit shaders now have a small chance of dropping at the end of each match. Primeval Servitor Cosmic drops can now drop at the end of any match. And the Furtive Shell Ghost can now drop at the end of any match. Yes, you can expect more rituals to get this treatment throughout the year, but we do not currently have any specific dates to share just yet. Stay tuned.
That's funny, because Heath literally just got the Furtive Shell for resetting his Gambit rig 3 times.
Oh, nice.
And now it can drop at the end of any match.
Oh, God.
Poor Heath.
Rip.
That's what he gets for resetting his rank 3 times this season.
Right? Ugh. Man.
The future and Gambit Labs. There are a few things eagle-eyed readers might notice are missing from the above. Don't fret, we do have a timeline for future changes. The daily Gambit bounty objectives are generally fine, but some of the repeatable bounties have some onerous completion requirements. We are taking a pass on these, though they won't all come at once. Sometime this season, we will be adjusting the completion amounts of most Gambit repeatable bounties. Weapon kills drop from 25 to 15. Melee and grenade kills from 25 to 5. And
Nice.
super kills from 15 to 10. A little bit easier in all aspects. And respect.
I approve.
In Season 17, we will be making additional tuning changes as well as adding 3 new bounties. Throughout the year, we will also be adding bounties specific to Light 3.0 updates. Gambit Labs Invasion Edition. We also have a couple Gambit Labs that play with some of the core invasion concepts. These will run for 1 week each and will take over the base Gambit nodes. Invasion Swap. This lab's variation plays around with who gets to benefit from triggered invasions. During modes phase, instead of opening your own invasion portal at 40 and 80 modes, you instead open your opponent's invasion portal.
That's kind of cool, actually.
Yeah.
We expect this to completely disrupt the accepted meta for how and when to deposit and invade. Well, of course it is. Your hard work is not going to benefit the other team.
That just means you'll have to
Prepare.
save all your motes
Yeah.
and then bank everything at once.
And we get ready for battle. We're looking
So
forward...
it forces them to waste their,
That's a very interesting concept, dude.
Yeah.
Because you could do 15, 15, and 5, put it at 35 motes, and then you could go 15, 15, 15, 15, and put it straight to 75, so then they'd lose, and then one person banks 5 motes, and then they lose and invade.
I like that
Because
there's...
you can't stack the invades anymore.
There's literally planning. There's execution. There's, communication required now. This doesn't sound like it's going to be very, solo player, no comms friendly. I mean, it could be. But the way Gambit is right now, you could play by yourself and be just fine. But this is, if you don't want to get raped, you'd want a nice fire team or some form of comms,
Right.
Yeah. Moat Thief. Fundamentally, the original concept of the invader was Guardian as taken terror, overpowered and dangerous, something new to have to fight. While that is very compelling, we don't believe it is the only compelling invader fantasy. We believe the sneaky Moat Thief is worth exploring too. Maybe there are more. Normal moat drain from having 2 blockers is disabled. Instead, every second the invader is invading, 1 moat drains directly from your bank to the invader's bank.
Oh,
That's pretty cool.
oh, I like that.
You mind if I take a crack at some of this?
Yep, you know where we're at?
Yeah, we're at What About Trials and
Go
What's
for
Next? What About Trials and What's Next? Fear not, Trials fans. While our main focus for Season 16 is Gambit, we still have some fun changes planned. As we discussed earlier this season, we are going to continue to liberally schedule Capture Zone and Freelance weekends, as well as a few reputation updates coming. For Season 16, we are moving to a schedule of 7 maps for the season.
Nice.
One which you will get to decide. Expect a survey to come out in the next few weeks to vote on the final map. We have some Adept reward changes coming for Season 17. We'll preview those later in the season.
Ooh.
Wonder what that means.
Later in the season, we only have 3 more days, Bungie. Oh, wait, next season. Damn it.
Yeah, you jumped the gun there, Stevie. Calm
Easy,
down.
Steve.
They didn't specify.
What's next? You might ask. We are still ironing out details, so we don't have anything to share today. Not even a lore drop. However, we are planning to make this next 4 seasons a banner year for rituals, and we hope our Season 17 plans will spark joy for everyone. We hope all Guardians that love or fear Gambit give the mode another try once the Witch Queen launches. We're really enjoying it. We've really enjoyed playtesting it, and we're going to be listening to your feedback and making adjustments.
Dude, I'll be honest with you. When these modes come out, if we scroll back up a little bit, the Invasion Swap and the Moat Thief, when these are live, I will be seeking Gambit players. I will be seeking you out, good sir.
I honestly did not think I would come to a point in notable years, recent times, where I'm going to say, you know what? I want to play Gambit.
I want a servant leader.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's going to be
Want me to
fun.
just keep going, Direz?
Yeah, man.
Final patch note preview. Here's a quick roundup of patch notes for next Tuesday. Think of this as a kitchen sink of patch notes. A little bit of everything. Ritual rewards. Starting with the Witch Queen, Ritual playlist rewards will be updated to grant Ritual-specific gear, weapons, mods, armor, and no longer be granting rewards from the general world pool.
Thank you.
Fucking finally.
Crucible will grant Crucible gear, Vanguard will grant Vanguard gear, and Gambit will grant Gambit gear. Engram focusing is currently only available on Saint 14 and the Drifter for their Ritual-specific engrams. Something tells me that that's going to be the next change for Iron Banner, and I'm all for it.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. Me too.
I have 3,200 fucking Iron Banner tokens to use, man.
Damn.
Fuck tokens. That is a stupid ass system.
All right. Anyway, let's get back on point.
World engrams will continue to be granted at major ranks on ritual vendors, just for a little variety. Gambit, Crucible, and Vanguard rituals are receiving updated armor rewards for a new expansion release. These share the same base appearance, but have slight differences in decals and coloring to represent each ritual. Look,
I like the Crucible one.
the Crucible one
I
looks.
like Hunters, but I
it
like
looks
that.
sleek.
I like probably the Gambit like shader, except on the Hunter. I think would look dope.
Returning Crucible maps.
Oh, God.
Eternity and Vostok return to the Crucible on February 22nd.
2 new maps?
in quotation marks.
New.
They're old Destiny 1 maps, but
Hey,
yes,
but they're new.
they are new to this game.
Fine.
Eververse. Yeah. Eververse, no changes. Wait, what? Seriously? Yeah, there are no systematic changes to the Eververse. There will be new cosmetic items available for Silver and Bright Dust, but no systematic changes to the experience. But what about Bright Dust? Any changes to how much players will be earning? There are no changes to Bright Dust acquisition or totals compared to that of Season 15.
I'm okay with
Players
that.
will continue to earn Bright Dust from seasonal challenges, repeatable bounties on specific vendors, and through the season pass. Please note, this week brings the final drop of 700 Bright Dust in celebration of our 30th anniversary. Make sure to redeem this offer in the Ever storefront before it's gone.
Yo,
that armor.
Armor though,
yes.
that's an instant buy for me on Tuesday, bro.
100%.
I got silver in the bank already. I don't care. For
honestly, that Hunter armor looks badass.
Hunter has eyebrows.
The Hunter has eyebrows.
I like the glowing. Dude, you're gonna see people with Gambit Jadestone using that armor.
The chest, I love the double cross swords. The
Warlock has Triforces on it.
The Titan looks like a
Oh,
knight.
you're right, yeah.
My Warlock needs to work on his biceps a little more. He's a little, he's looking like a little twiggish there.
Little twiggy.
Little bitch.
Season pass changes. High stat seasonal armor has been reintroduced. Oh, thanks, Bungie.
Let's talk about shit. God damn.
Oh, I thought you were still.
Okay. We were mid sentence here. Season pass changes. All right, you can continue.
Individual pieces are awarded between ranks 57 and 87. Legendary engrams have been replaced with focused umbral engrams, 5 in total, each focused to a different armor piece: arms, legs, chest, class, and head. All umbral umbi engrams are tier 2. The season pass emblem has been removed, but we have introduced a season pass sparrow.
Of course.
When are you gonna give us a reason to have a sparrow, Bungie, other than the one
seriously,
from...
like, there's no other sparrow but...
Just buff the sparrows!
Yeah, always on time, can't be beaten.
I would love to use other sparrows, including the Galahorn sparrow, because it looks so nice.
Yeah, Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Mom. Sorry.
No, I was piggybacking off what you guys were saying, so...
The Season Pass Scrounger bonuses which increased seasonal weapon/armor drop chances in ritual activities, have been overhauled.
Hauled over.
The weapon Scrounger bonuses are no longer separated by weapon type or ritual activity. They now apply to both Season Pass, legendary weapons, and all activities at once.
Nice.
2 weapon Scrounger bonuses instead of 6. The first bonus grants the player a small chance to receive the weapons from ritual activities. The second bonus gives an improved chance. Total drop chance is unchanged from previous seasons. The Armor Scrounger bonuses are no longer separated by ritual activity. It now applies to all activities at once. 1 Armor Scrounger bonus instead of 3. Like the weapon, the total drop chance for each armor piece is unchanged. Aside from the emblem, no items have been removed from the Season Pass, only added. A number of rewards such as Glimmer and Legendary Shards have been consolidated to make room for high stat armor. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Me too.
Because we're already about to get a shitload more legendary engrams anyway, because they're just going to continue to drop legendaries and not blue armor anymore. Which I think the next era of Destiny, this next year, is going to be massive.
Oh yeah, big stuff.
Yeah.
Big things.
Yeah, because weapon crafting, you got a bunch of mini changes like the Ascendant Shard change, you got Void 3.0, Solar 3.0, and Arc 3.0 coming. Just so much for them to set up for Lightfall.
Sunset weapons.
Did I mention we have a big guest with us tonight? That's right, folks. Mr. Sleeping Forest is here. Say hello, Sleeping.
Hello.
How are you, sir?
Just Swarden.
So, are you reading the TWAB with us right now? Are you up to where we are?
I'm looking at your stream read.
Can you tell us about this next section, sir?
Oh, I wanted Stevie to read just the throwaway part.
The Shattered Throne.
Oh, for all you Shattered Throne chads out there.
Yeah!
Sit in the thrallway with your Trinity Ghoul. Good news and bad news. But fixed an issue where Shadow Thrall in the Shattered Throne were unintentionally granting investment rewards such as Glim Glam, Engrams, and XP. As players begin to craft weapons and level up their Season Pass on February 22nd, we want to ensure gameplay rewards are earned by playing and completing activities, bounties, or just hanging out with friends and patrols while defeating minions of the darkness.
Hanging out with friends and patrols.
Sorry, buds. No AFK in
Dude,
the throwaway
I'm
anymore.
honestly perfectly fine with that.
I never did it, so I'm okay with that. Yeah.
I do it one time, man. One time I get roasted forever.
So will
next
that count
change-
towards kill count? So like if you
Oh,
need
yeah.
a certain amount of kills to
And you can get your catalyst on there too,
That is
obviously.
the only reason I will be going to the throwaway now is for bounties or catalysts.
This
That's it.
Next interesting sectione for all you guys that keep getting schmecked around by swiveters. Boss stomps. Just the physics knockbacks for boss stomps.
Fucking finally.
Yes, because a harpy can totally stomp. This will should result in fewer deaths from being knocked back into objects.
Thank you. Oh my
That
god.
doesn't protect
When
you
you're
from
trying to
my
solo
eager
prophecy now, Drez, you're not gonna get
That's true.
stomped by that goddamn phalanx into
That's
a
true.
fucking wall anymore.
Oh, dude, that encounter is not that bad. Yeah. You know, all hunters unite. You know, bottom tree tether is very good. You know, you've got your Omnioculus or your Graviton forfeit right now.
Honestly, with rolling back to that thrallway thing, with Grasp of Avarice, you shouldn't really be doing thrallway anymore because, especially with the hunter, like you get your super fast now. Like,
I've been doing that honestly for bounties. I go there. I go there.
Literally every day, I would get the gunsmith bounty
Right there.
and just go into the Grasp of Avarice and just do it.
Seriously.
It's funny that this came out in this TWAB because I was literally having this discussion at work with Heath earlier today, saying that like you don't have to just go to the thrallway if you want to AFK farm. You can go other places. It's just less effective.
Yeah. All right. I hate to say this, guys, but I've got to get to bed.
Baby. No, I know it's fine.
It's been fun. So I will leave it to you guys. Have a good night.
You too, man.
Code name for I gotta uninstall Destiny.
I'm
I
gonna
am not
rename
a
him that in Discord.
I'm not a fan of Steel Series personally, but damn, that shit looks nice.
I just bought all new peripherals, and I kind of want to buy this. It's $207 on the Destiny store.
Would you
That's
kindly
not that bad.
scroll down so I can see these Steel Series collection?
Oh my god, dude! Wow, that looks nice.
I like how they made it
buying
white.
that gaming mat.
Does the gaming mat, is it separate?
Yeah, you can. So you can buy all three pieces separately, or you can buy them as a bundle.
Ooh, I'm
How
buying
much
that
is the gaming mat? Because I think I'm gonna buy the gaming mat.
I don't think the mat is big enough for me though. I want one bigger than that.
Yeah,
Look-
my mat is probably twice that size, honestly.
I was gonna say like,
Sizes.
because if the mouse and that mat are in real size, that's not big enough for me.
Nah.
A mat is $70. What?
$70.
RGB, bro, dude, look at it. RGB.
Got the red,
Oh, it
green,
does.
blue.
Yeah.
Damn.
Damn, dude, I want that mat.
I actually probably gonna buy that.
The mouse is 75.
Tax return. It's Steel Series.
Yeah, Steel Series is all really nice.
So Steve, we got a pretty neat bounty coming or thing coming up here. Could you lead us into this Destiny Twitch subscription bounty section?
I can in 1 second.
Oh, good
Long
sir.
live the Queen! Back when the 30th anniversary pack went live, we introduced a new Twitch subscription bounty emblem for players to earn. It's been wonderful seeing so many Dressigit emblems in post-game credit reports and Crucible lobbies. Don't know what a Twitch bounty is? Head over here for all the details and on our Destiny 2 Twitch extension to see how you qualify for some fun rewards. With the release of the Witch Queen, we felt it would be a fun time to introduce a new emblem. Starting at 9 a.m. Pacific on February 22nd, completing the Twitch sub bounty will award players the Long Live the Queen.
Dude, I fucking like that emblem a lot.
I like it a lot too.
Is that purple?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. This can be collected from Amanda Holiday in the Tower once available. Make sure your Bungie.net account is linked and stay tuned for updates.
That is so much better than the prior, like the current one that they have.
Yeah, the Dressigit.
Ugh. This is so much better.
It's like a, I'm gonna assume since you said purple, like a purple swamp.
Yeah,
quick.
yeah.
Get out of my swamp.
Get out of mine swamp. So I just went to that link you just shared, Steven, and it's sold out already.
Damn.
Oh, it's pre-order. Never mind. I have misread.
they're all pre-orders there.
I am signing up now. So
There you go.
buy it, sign up. I'm
All
probably not
right.
going to use the headset, but we'll see.
Get out of my swamp! Donkey. No. Looking for preload timelines or general expansion on launch support? Yep, we know where to go. This is their report. Witch Queen release schedule. February 21st, 6:45 p.m. PST. Destiny brought offline. 15 minutes later, update available on all platforms. The next morning at reset on Tuesday, February 22nd, brought back online. Update 4.0.0.1 will be playable on all platforms and regions, minus whatever queue we're going to get logged into. And then an hour after that, Destiny 2 maintenance is scheduled to complete.
All right, guys, so let's recap one thing. Sorry, Steve.
Yep, you're good.
All right. Monday night, 6:45 PST. All right, it's going offline. At 7 p.m., the preload will be available. 7 p.m., Monday night. The preload is available. Did everyone catch that?
EST, so 9 p.m. EST.
Yeah.
And
just wanted to point that out.
Yep.
If you guys want to preload, if you work the next day and you want to be ready when you get back, or do it in the morning, you know, and then watch the D-Res VOD, just saying.
My man.
You know. All
I
right.
just realized, dang it, now I need a new keyboard because it's going to be white.
Huntsman Mini. No, get the white Huntsman Elite,
No,
dude.
I'm just going to get the Razer Light white, okay?
You can do that too.
Yeah.
Let's see. PS4 players, download more stuff.
Exorcism.
PS4 download of Destiny 2 and required content will be large, but players will have smaller installation size once the download is complete. Exorcism. Earlier this week, the Exorcism seasonal final mission of Season of the Lost was released. We're continuing to investigate issues with completions of the Exorcism mission and encourage players who observe issues during the activity to report to them to our #helpforum. Here are some updates from our investigation surrounding some of the issues. Progression can be blocked if moving too quickly on the bridge encounter. Double back if blocked. Do not skip the final cutscene.
Fucking blueberries.
We have disabled the option to join this activity in progress via matchmaking. Wayfinder's Compass rotation. We've updated the mod rotation of the Wayfinder's Compass inventory from a weekly rotation to 2-day rotation until the launch of the Witch Queen. The inventory will now rotate on the following days at daily reset, the 16th, the 18th, and the 20th.
Get your mods.
Last chance Bungie rewards. If anyone cares about it, they go away on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Twitch gift subs and rewards, they go down on Monday. They come back on the 22nd. Weapon cycling, Year 4 content vaulting. With the launch of Witch Queen on February 22nd, certain activities, quests, destinations, items, and weapons from the past season and expansion will become available to access or earn. Visit the TWAB to find out what. Known issues. The Hunter Tempest Strike melee shockwaves cannot pass through doorway. Or something.
Devastating for hunters.
Virtuous cloak appears rigid when worn.
Okay.
It's the crusty cape, you know?
Crusty cape?
Crusty cape.
All right.
Yep. Lights, camera, action.
So it's that time. It's the movie of the week. Let's check it out.
He's got the jelly horn on.
Interesting. I would have loved a teaser like that for this coming season, like the weapons and shit.
By the way, I had no idea that at the end of the sparrow counter that was actually a skull.
What?
Oh, at the end.
Dude, maybe if you did it 99 times like D-Raz, you would know.
Is this a JoJo's rep?
It is. Let's check it out. What the fuck?
This is amazing.
This is awesome.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, a little witch queen thing at the end there.
Yeah.
Why did that
creepy.
not win movie of the week?
That was one of the movie of the weeks.
We always have two.
There's two, yeah.
Some art and stuffs and
that's
stuff.
cool.
See, we bring it home, brother.
Soon. I was just thinking the other day, many of us have been here for nearly 16 seasons of Destiny 2 content. And even more of that space magic goodness if you turn back the clock to the launch of Destiny 1. Even after so much time, the feeling of a Destiny release is like no other. The promise of new loot always drives some excitement, but it's the wonder and mystery of it all that truly resonates. Moments of discovery are potent. Sometimes it's easier to recite the first encounter with a crazy boss, or the moment a god roll dropped into your hands, than it is to remember a sibling's birthday. We're excited to hear about your upcoming journey through the campaign. We're excited to watch as you craft your first weapon. We can't wait to hear people scream in terror while attempting to revive a teammate during the legendary mission. Just a few more days, and it will all be in your hands. Thank you for playing, and cheers for being one of the best communities on the planet. Much love, and see you Starside.
My man.
PMP04.
I'm gonna
I love
scroll
that
up.
that's. I just love that is our community's motto. See you Starside.
Yep.
I'm gonna scroll up all the way to the launch trailer. We're gonna play that one more time. Just bring
Hold
the
on.
juice up a little bit here.
Hold on. I want to watch this. Fuck.
Oh, are you watching it through the stream?
Okay, I got your stream open.
Okay, here we go.
Hello, old friend. I've chased you for a long time.
Savathun, the Witch Queen. She infiltrated the Vanguard, weakening us from within. Stealing our most sacred resource. The light.
How do we stop this?
Welcome back, oh honored guest.
It is the mind that must bend to see the truths hidden here.
The game is yours to play now. Just don't say I didn't warn you.
Ooh,